Hey guys, this is gonna be a guide on how to easily access the Uber 6 dungeons and get straight to the boss without you having to solve any sort of maze. In this episode we're gonna cover every single Dragonfire Peaks biome dungeon, and if you don't already know, Dragonfire biome, I was trying to get my cursor, looks like this. It's pretty much scorched land all over the place and a bunch of lava. Before I go on, I wanna mention I will be using bombs. Bombs are the most efficient way of going through walls. You can also use legendary dragons, but their fire rate is pretty bad. Or you can use the turtle tank, but his projectile damage is also pretty bad. First I'm going to cover the small dungeons, then I'm gonna hop to those that require you to kill 30 mobs, then gonna cover recipes, and finally, I think there's only one type of recipe dungeons in Dragonfire Peaks, and finally I'll get to the huge dungeons. Alright, let's start, we got plenty of small dungeons to cover. First one, the castle. I recommend you not use any bombs here because it's pretty easy to access the boss. Just jump through here, go through here, dodge straight into this hole, and oh, I failed the dodge. And here's the boss, well, the cursed skulls in my case. This dragon skeleton dungeon requires almost no explanation, just hop on the platform here and activate the cursed skulls. Next up, the little church. And the thing I wanna mention here, oops, my camera's passed out. If you see the bottom of the dungeon like this, just throw a bomb, and you know the boss is underground, just throw a bomb and you'll easily access the boss, like so. But if you can't see the lower part of the dungeon, you'll be happy to know that this one requires no bombs. You'll just follow the path and you'll jump straight to the boss, straight to the cursed skulls. Next up we have the floaty platform. Man, we're on a streak with dungeons that don't require any bombs. That's pretty cool. As you could see, I just hopped on the platform and easily killed the boss. To access this glass dome, you'll only need to use your mining laser. You don't need to waste bombs on this. You'll notice there's a dragon inside. Try facing the dragon whenever you approach this dome, as here's the portal. And there you have it, the cursed skulls. The eggs dungeon. And finally we will be using some bombs. Locate the broken egg, go in it, jump down, throw a bomb, then throw another one, and there it is. The boss is right here. The lava spear you can easily enter by taking the portal, which I recommend. I believe that's the fastest method. But otherwise you can just mine this glass, though it's quite thick. You can either throw a bomb or mine it. Access this weird looking dungeon right here by throwing a bomb at the bottom. This weird floating shape can be accessed by throwing a bomb in the dump here. As you could see, I could easily access the boss. This dungeon with the dragons on top sits in an awkward position at the moment, but just enter it, take the stairs down, and throw a bomb here just as you finish climbing down. And the last type of regular dungeon, this volcano here, search for its entrance, and take a left here, jump over this, take the stairway down and throw a bomb right here, or somewhere about here. And there you go, straight to the cursed skulls. Now, I said I'll be covering these kill 30 mobs dungeons, but since the video is focused on efficiency, like reaching the boss as fast as possible, I see no point in spending time killing 30 monsters. That's a waste of time, so just skip them. Not only you'll have to kill 30 monsters, but they don't even spawn at the same time, they spawn in waves, and see, like, the waves have a annoying delay. I don't like that, not at all. Right, that means the final type of small dungeon is this recipe one right here. As always, try to see if the bottom's exposed, cause if it's not, on this type of dungeon you'll have to walk a little. Enter this, climb down the stairway, and you'll have to jump through this window, and there's the boss. Now, let's get to the big dungeons. No rocket science here. Two bosses are located on the outside, on this type of shard dungeon, and the big one is inside. Now, you can try and be sneaky and throw a bomb in this place, so you can access the main boss's room. But since the smaller bosses don't always spawn on the outside. I suggest you just follow the path so you kill every single boss there is to kill. The big castle. You can always jump to the top and kill the main boss. But I recommend you take this dungeon floor by floor so you won't miss any bosses. Dungeon's layout is pretty simple. When you're done with the first boss, just take the stairs up and you'll reach the next boss on the next floor. This dungeon. For the longest time I actually had no clue it has an interior, because the dungeon is so big and the interior was oftenly masked by the terrain. And now that I just explored its interior, I'm quite happy I never discovered it before. I mean, you'll have to use lots of bombs to get from one boss to another, and it's pretty much worthless. You don't need to waste so many bombs. So just kill the boss on top and go to the next dungeon. This pile of red dirt dungeon. Take the portal, follow this lava path, take a left here, but it doesn't matter if you take a left or right. Now take a look at the stairs, and if you see a boss there, just go kill it. Also, if there's a boss here, pay attention to this wall. If there's a hole here, this is the way to the main boss. If there's no hole, you'll have to go back. Right, so after you're done with the boss there, just turn into the other room. There's no boss there, you'll go back to the main lobby. So you took a left way here, now you'll be taking the right path. Check for bosses. You'll usually see a boss somewhere around here. Then after you're done killing them, follow this path and it will lead you to the boss room. As you can see, the wall here has a hole, and here's the main boss room. The big dragon dungeon. You can start by shoving a few bombs into his backside, else just jump through his mouth, and here's the golden stairway that will lead you to the bosses. As you reach the bottom, take a right here, follow the path, kill the boss here, continue following right. You'll see another boss room, kill the boss here if there's any boss, then bomb this wall. That took a while, but that's the fastest way of reaching the other boss. Huge spiky dungeon time. Now, I recommend taking it floor by floor, else just jump on top and kill the last boss, the main boss. Layout is pretty simple, I'd say. Just check every single floor, there's a boss there, kill it. You can just jump on the edge here and you'll reach the next floor, like so. Kill the last boss and then go straight. After you've killed two bosses, you can just go straight for the last boss, for the final boss. And here it is. The huge volcano, another dungeon with a real simple layout. Jump in and you'll be jumping from platform to platform in search of bosses. Here's one. Let me see if I can find another. Here's another, and after I found two, I can just head to the last boss, which is right here. And finally, the Floaty Islands dungeon. Now, you can spend time on searching bosses that are located on the staircases, and here's one right here. But I recommend you just go on top and kill the boss that's located here. Oh, there's no boss here. Well, just go up, and you can either choose to bomb the roof, the ceiling, and reach the last boss, or take the stairs. Alright guys, I think I've covered every single dungeon there is to cover in Dragonfire Peaks, and I hope you learned something from this video, so you'll have your farming sessions done much more efficient. That said, thank you very much for watching. I will see you on the next video.